Welcome to Small Potatoes.
Where we give you a naughty tease of our latest Patreon episode.
Be sure to subscribe. Links are in the description. Today, we're actually going to bring you guys on a field trip. We're diving into a topic that's near and dear to our hearts. We're talking about Muse, our baby. And Emily and I often get asked about Muse and what to expect on a first visit. So we're really going to dive in and walk you guys through what to expect when you walk through the doors of Muse. What kind of fun can you expect to have and how it all works? So we're going to take a ride with you guys today.
Yay! I love showing off our baby. She's so pretty. But I can only imagine how nerve-wracking it is for an absolute newbie, a
Yeah,
virgin, a first-timer, whatever we want to call them, a brand new customer, a guest.
I agree.
I'd be terrified, right? Like you're walking into this huge unknown. It's not
Yeah.
something that's like widely, I don't want to say reported, but like it's not common knowledge of
Mhm.
like what it looks like inside a rub and tug, or like what happens when you first walk in the door. How do you choose a girl? Like, is it shady? Are there creepy people? Like, there's so much stigma that I think this will be such an amazing like point of view. And I mean, point of view is super popular. So let's give them like the real world view. I think it's really kind of cool. I
Yeah,
think it's a
and
little field trip.
it is. And I think to new customers, there's so much unknown, like you're saying. And for them to get kind of a glimpse of what to expect might put their mind at ease a little bit, right? So
Very much.
what are you going to expect when you walk through the front doors of Muse? Well, first of all, she's gorgeous. I'll just say that. And I think there's like this notion in the back of people's minds that it's like shady or dirty or grimy, and it is not. She is beautiful. So you're going to walk in and come into our lobby. And I want to make mention too, because there's a lot of really privacy concerned gentlemen or discreet gentlemen that although we utilize our lobby a lot, you can always ask, whether that's upon arrival or in booking your appointment, you can always ask to be seated in one of the treatment rooms. It's a little more private. You're not going to see any traffic going through the hallway. But either way, you're going to come in and be seated, and the manager will greet you and take care of you.
Well, let's give a moment to nod our managers, right?
Yeah.
Because they are all adorable, beautiful, super friendly, and really just welcome people with open arms. Sometimes even big hugs. Like you never know. We like to get a little intimate with new visitors, and just like kind of be like, "Come on in, join the family." And I mean, tons of our managers have been there for a really long time, so they're super familiar with everyone. It's home to them, and I think that real homey at least a family feel comes across right when you walk in the door. The vibes are that good. Um, and let's like also make a note that there are some really grimy, shady, gross massage parlors out there
Right.
all over the globe. But even for people that aren't local, this might even encourage them to maybe try a nicer place, let's hope,
Mhm.
wherever they may reside. Because although the layout may be a little different in terms of the physical venue, process is very much the same, right? I
Mhm.
remember the first time I went to a strip club, I was terrified, but it's very similar to going to a normal club. There's like the security guy at the door, you pay like cover charge, there's the coat check girl. Like it's very normal. So to see it normalizes it, squashes that stigma. And like you said, even for the privacy conscious or privacy nervous ones, this might be really reassuring to be like, oh, wait, they have procedures. It's not abnormal to be this nervous. I mean, technically, all of us are somebody in real life, right? So we
Right.
don't want our identities necessarily known. We use stage names. The girls use stage names. The boys expect the same privacy. So I think it's going to be a really cool kind of eye-opening experience for them.
Mhm. Mhm. And I think too, one concern that a lot of rookies may have is the dollar spent, right? That they're worried when they come in, are they going to be obligated, or is their money going to be taken right away and they're stuck with someone they don't
Right.
want? And it's a very like it's a pro-choice environment. You walk in as a customer and we're going to walk you through meeting the muses. But at that point, I do want to make sure I hit that point that you are free to walk out. If no one tickles your fancy
Yes.
that day, which I bet you they will. There's no commitment on your end. Come in, have an espresso, have a bottle of water, meet the muses, and if you don't have time or, like you said, you're not interested in that particular day, you're free to go. There's no commitment there.
For sure, which is not the norm in like most kind of appointment based
Right.
businesses because so many don't accept walk ins and we do both. So the flexibility is great. And especially when you're new, I think a walk in definitely makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Unless someone really jumps out to you and catches your eye that you saw on our social media, perhaps check out our Twitter. It's definitely the most liberal of the
Right.
platforms of the bunch. But if someone catches your eye, obviously book an appointment with them because there's no guarantee they'll be available when you walk in. But if you're just there to like be like, I don't even know what these girls look like, being a walk-in is perfect because you'll meet a plethora of ladies in one shot, right? We usually have about 6 girls per shift. So you can potentially, depending who's in and out of session at any given time, meet a number of the girls and, compare them to their photos, see that they look even better in person, which we
Mhm.
love. And then that should give you also like reassurance for the times that you'll come in and meet other people, that they will also be just as beautiful, just as friendly. And we host a really wide variety of ladies, which I think is some of which is everywhere, but I think we are really like even more so.
Yeah.
So whether you like a specific type or whether you want to go outside of your type or against what your past relationships have looked like, or just mix it up on a random Tuesday,
Yeah.
there are more than 31 different flavors you could try. So I think that's really cool too, because some people don't know their type yet, even like in even the dating world. So come in and try a few flavors and figure out your
Right.
favorite.
And I think type is important to recognize, but that's what's interesting about the greeting is as you get to meet, let's call it, 5 or 6 muses, you might end up picking actually completely against what your type generally is, just based off that personality or the vibe. So you're kind of being able to introduce yourself to them, not just to physically see them, but also get a feel for their personality a bit. And I think you can really tell oftentimes even in 10 seconds, like, wow, I need to see her alone or not my cup of tea.
Right. And that's also where our managers come in with their neutrality because they will be the one after you meet the ladies that come and ask specifically, who did you want to see?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think all of this would make so much more sense with a visual. So, do we want to show them a little tour video
Yeah.
of like from their perspective walking in the spa? Take them
Yeah.
on that field trip. And then we can break down all those little pieces and chunks because there's a lot of nuance or like
Yeah.
really good points to highlight about this little 7 minute process, 5 minute process of when you walk in. So let's go.
Okay, follow me. We're going to take a short stroll down the Muse Mile today. You're going to go ahead and put your cell phone in the basket there, and then hop in the shower. Make yourself comfortable, and then your Muse will be in shortly. Have fun.
we're back. That's a fun little trip.